I'm here with JT is Reborn, and I'm Sexy Danny 21 Awesome, and today we are reviewing Bates Motel Season 4. So, let's talk about Bates Motel Season 4. What did you think of the new season, JT is Reborn?
Okay, first of all, I really let's go over some of the seasons really quick. Overall, I think season 4 may in fact be the best season. I mean, it's amazing to see how far they've come in the 4 seasons, because that's the same thing I feel about other shows too. Like, you go back and you watch, and you're just like, wow, have we really gotten this far from where we started? But this season I thought was pretty great, and honestly, this is probably the best season of the show in my opinion. I mean, Freddie Highmore gives his best performance. I know I've gone on in the other reviews how I think Bates Motel is an unintentionally funny show, but this season, it had some of those moments, but a lot of times Norman came across as more sadistic and creepy in this season, and it was pretty great. I mean, it was nice to see that he goes to the institution, more people know about his condition. Norma is just on the verge of completely breaking down. She hooks up with Romero. You got Dylan and Emma, which seems kind of weird. You know what I mean? Considering how when you go back to the first season, she likes Norman and they were in high school. And it's just kind of a weird thing to just see unfold. But I guess it's okay. But overall, I think the season was better than season 3 and definitely better than season 2. And yeah, I'd probably put it above season 1. So, what about you? What'd you think?
I would say this is the best season out of all the seasons. And I think that putting Norman Bates in that mental asylum or a mental institution, home, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
What is it called? Pine something?
Was it White Pine? No, White Pine Bay. Pineview? I think it was Pineview.
Pineview, that's it, yeah. Putting him in that, situation where he is locked up in a mental institution, group home thing, was it was the tension was just so much. Even though he couldn't be out there causing drama, it was it was interesting because you would think that a show would be boring if you had the main character locked up in an institution, right? And it's almost the tension grew so much when he was in there. When he was reading the newspaper articles about his mom and everything, getting obsessed with her, wanting to break out. There's that really good scene where they go to the strip club, and and the stripper's asking, what does Norman want? And he becomes his mother.
That was interesting. Okay, speaking about that newspaper thing, what a fucking coincidence that Norman just happens to be paper mache and they just so happens to come across his mom and Romero in the phone. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? When I saw him, okay, come on. You know what I mean? That was the one thing this season. Are you serious? That's how he finds out. Just he happens to be on this exact newspaper clipping. Also, is there really not much news to where they have to take photographs of Sheriff Romero?
But it makes sense. At the same time, it makes sense though, because Norman's that type of guy that would read the newspaper. And also, what about
he wasn't really reading. He was putting a paper mache dog together. He just so happens to find the exact one that.
I thought that was pretty clever when that happened. That was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know.
To me, it was just that coincidence, just having this laugh. That was unintentionally funny. Why did that doctor let him go is what I want to know. He's proven to be dangerous, but the doctor just, the way he manipulates people this season.
Well, because the thing is, in that mental institution, you have to be committed, to go back by the 2 people, like they were saying, right? And his mother didn't want him to be committed, and that was the problem, right? So, I mean, his brother and Romero.
Well, the doctor didn't have to sign the release.
Yeah.
then you want to do this therapy sessions, and Norman is just like he's not having any of it. And you think, oh, things will start to get okay, but it's like by the end of the season, like Romero, like you actually want to see Romero beat the shit out of this kid. I hope in the 5th season, I don't want this. See, I don't want it to lead into like the Psycho movies. You know what I mean?
But it's already been confirmed that it's leading into the Psycho movie.
No, I don't want it to. Cause then
you know the main character from the Psycho movie, that gets killed in the shower. She's been confirmed for the next season.
God, I don't want it to be. I don't want that. I want it to be like. I want it to end different. I don't want it to be like the same thing.
Well, I think it might be a little bit of that, and then it'll also.
I want to see Norman go to jail. Like I want to see Norman either die or go to jail because he's a good villain, but like he's a piece of shit. You know.
I'm not sure if he'll die. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if he'll.
I want to see it happen personally. I don't want it to just be like, oh, we're leading into the movie now, which you know how that leads. It's like no. I want to see it to where Norman gets what he deserves.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just ends up in like a mental institution or something, like a.
Yes, something like that.
Because it might end similar to the original movie, kind of, but yeah, I think that it was going to go in its own direction too. You know what I mean? But I think it's kind of cool that they're going kind of with the movie, but then they got their own thing because there's so many different things. So many characters that haven't been used, like his brother, his uncle
Caleb.
Yeah, what about
Caleb was like barely used like throughout this whole season. Like he just kind of disappeared.
Do you think that Caleb will be in the next season?
I think he will. Then that homeless guy.
Because the whole like phone call with Caleb on the phone, with him saying, "I don't think you should come around anymore," and not telling Caleb that his mother died.
Yeah, like Norman didn't tell like anybody. Like you mean like Dylan?
Yeah, he didn't tell him.
So he didn't tell like anybody. And I'm surprised Romero didn't call Dylan like your mom died. Oh yeah, spoilers by the way. Sorry.
Romero's just that kind of guy who like doesn't call anybody unless he like thinks someone's nuts or something.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'll have a meeting, but I won't tell you that your own mom died. But like, yeah, Norman just loses it completely like this season. Like you've seen it like slowly like planted throughout the series, and you see moments where he loses it, but like he's just gone at this point.
Or do you think that maybe Romero is kind of pissed at Dylan for not signing it, and maybe that's why he's being a dick and not telling his mom died?
No, I don't know. I just feel like Romero should have said something.
But then, but remember Romero got arrested by the cops? Maybe that's why he couldn't call him.
That's true, but like Romero did go to the funeral home. He had plenty of time to call like in between and there. Yeah. Like when Norman calls Dylan, I feel like they should have had a scene where Romero tried to call Dylan and tell him, and like just no signal or something.
Maybe
and then Dylan tries to call Romero, and that sets him to come back for the next season.
Oh, maybe that's what they'll lead into.
Wait a second, Romero doesn't tell Dylan? But like I love that scene where Romero walks into the church and just straight up punches Norman right in the face.
Oh, what about like where like Norman pisses off like the priest in the church?
Like, shut up.
He was like making fun of God, and the priest is like, "Excuse me, Norman, are you okay?"
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Yeah, even the priest he was like, "I want to punch this kid."
Exactly. Oh yeah, that priest was great. I mean, he only had like a brief scene, but it was amazing. But anyways, what else happened this season? So Dylan and Emma, that's kind of a thing. It just feels kind of weird to me, but I guess Emma's okay now. She's had her surgery, her lung transplant, and she's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So that's good. Good for Emma. She was a nice person.
You're glad that Emma didn't get killed?
Yeah, I'm glad. I think it would be, if they did that, then it would have to be like the final season they do that. I want to see like a big emotional like ending. I mean, a great way, like the way a good way to end it could be like what they did with Hannibal season
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3. Like those were like great emotional endings.
I wouldn't like. I think that like a lot of people are gonna die in like the next season, don't you?
Oh yeah, for sure. That scene where, okay, that scene, the ninth episode, the one where Norma bites the dust.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, people. I mean, we should already know that. I mean, but anyways, so when she finally bites the dust, when he's like using the furnace, I'm like, is this house gonna blow up? I was like, I was thinking the house was gonna blow up. Then Romero's in the house. I'm like, okay, when's it gonna blow up? When's it gonna blow up? Oh, carbon dioxide poisoning.
I knew that wasn't gonna happen because I had some inside like info that there was another season they were working on, and I got some information about what's going on the next season. You want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's see.
Okay, so for all you Bates Motel fans out there, there's a chef that works at my work, and her daughter was called up, and she works for a funeral home, and they what's the word, embody, you know,
Embalmment.
Embalming. Yeah, she does embalming bodies, and they called her up and they said that they wanted to use the tools that she was using in the funeral home. She uses these really old tools that are used with like pieces of wood and stuff. So they want all that old equipment that's used in like old funeral homes to be in the next season. So what does that mean?
Yeah, it could mean many things. It could have been like the funeral home could have been that scene we already saw. Like maybe they filmed it for that, but
yeah, I know, but it was for the next season. So what does that mean?
We'll see.
I'm wondering, like, is like Norman like going to preserve his mom's body or something, like, or
he might,
because that might happen.
Also, one thing I wondered that they never followed up on was Bradley. Like she died, and I know she kind of disappeared, but like I'm surprised nobody found her body or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because like the season 3 finale kills her, dumps her in the lake, and then this season it's just like completely forgotten.
Well, maybe it's because if they found her body, then like they would know it was Norman. Maybe that's why they didn't do that.
Yeah, I want to see everything like come back to haunt Norman. I want to see like, an ending to where like Norman gets what he deserves because he's a horrible human being. You know what I mean?
Like in the original the Bates Motel like movies, like you always see there's a certain place where Norman takes the bodies and gets rid of them. Do you think that possibly that place where he dumped Bradley's body is going to be the place where he dumps more bodies?
It could very well be. It could very well be.
Because
I'm just curious to see where this season's going to go because it was that.
Because they never told us what happened to Emma's mom. They never told us where her body was.
They didn't. They kept a lot of stuff a mystery this season, and then there's that homeless hobo guy with the goatee. I honestly, like to tell you the truth, I forgot his name. I know that's bad, but I can't remember his name. You know the guy Caleb beats up?
Yeah.
Because like, I feel like they almost like never say his name enough to where I can remember. Because like I said, like I don't like rewatch the seasons before I watch this season. I kind of just go based off my memory.
It was really good how he brought that casserole at like the end of the season.
Here, you want this casserole?
And he sees he looks in and he sees Norman's mom.
Yeah,
remember?
that fucking guy knows that Norma died.
Yeah, and he's
not even Dylan.
And he says to Norman, he says something like, just to let you know, she's dead. You know that, right? Remember when he says that?
I think he wants to form like a bond with Norman so he can get access to Caleb and kill him.
He just wants to become his friend so he can know where he is so he can kill him?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He doesn't really care that Norma died, doesn't he?
I don't think he really does. I honestly don't. Also, speaking of like Norma, what did you think of Romero and Norma? Did you think that was fine? Like, did that work, or were you just
what do you mean?
Their relationship.
Oh yeah, I mean I thought that was pretty good. Like it was.
They built it up over the course of.
I like how it all came together. You know, it was very tragic, and I was wondering like if Norman did it on purpose, or if he was his mom when he purposely killed his mom. But the creators of the show said he actually did it on purpose and he was aware of what he was doing.
Yeah, Norman just he's completely crazy.
Norman, he's become like evil,
Yeah, he's become an evil character, and he needs to get what's coming to him.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, he's an innocent, guy, and he doesn't want to kill people, but it's like in this season, he becomes a totally different person.
Yeah, he gradually becomes more evil as the show progresses.
Yeah,
I think because a lot of the characters well, for one thing, he's no longer in school, so he doesn't interact with people as much.
Yeah.
Emma's distanced herself from him. Dylan's kind of distanced himself. Bradley's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb's not there. A bunch of the other people they met, remember that girl in season 2, Cody?
Yeah.
She never showed up again. I'm surprised she never came back for one episode. You think she would? They would have found some way to bring her back. But yeah, so everyone's pretty much been gone.
Poor Norman. Season. I feel sorry for him because I feel like
I don't.
I feel sorry for him because he lost his mind because almost everybody abandoned him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? And also, his mother never wanted him to get the help that he needed, And
yeah, she just keeps forming more and more lies and just keep burying herself.
Yeah, and if he would have been committed and, and the truth would have came out about what he really did and how he killed his dad and how he did all these things, he would have got the help that he needed, But he didn't get the help he needed, And that...
Yeah.
I think that's a sad thing. I mean, when he has his blackouts. But now he's becoming aware of what he's doing, and he's totally lost.
He knows, and he's gone crazier, and he just becomes more and more, psychotic as the season progresses. You know what, this isn't necessarily have to do with this show, but you know what, I would have loved to have seen a crossover between this show and Hannibal.
What do you mean? He gets committed to where Hannibal is,
or maybe it could be that, or Hannibal's stops at the base motel on his way somewhere, or Will Graham's investigating this serial murderer, or something like that. Yeah. I think it would just be a great chance for a crossover. But yeah, but good thing for this show that it's been continuously going.
Well, I think they would have did that, but they're owned by different networks, so...
Yeah, I mean, well, I would have thought there could be a chance. You take... If A&E would have picked up Hannibal, I think it would have been a great pickup for them.
Yeah.
Since Base Motel's ending next season. Yeah,
I mean, I was surprised that this show only lasted for five seasons. I thought they were going to go for even more than that, because...
Well, I think because the way they had it originally planned, they had a 5-season run, which is fine. Breaking Bad had 5 seasons, and that show wrapped up just fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, well, who knows? There might even be a spin-off show where he's older or something. Who knows, right?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
But I would feel if they were going to do that, they would have just kept calling it Bates Motel and just waited till Freddie Highmore was.
Unless they do a spin-off show called Psycho or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Be interesting. Be very interesting. So, what's your overall thoughts? What would you give it?
What am I giving out of 10? Oh man, this season I'm giving it 10 out of 10. What are you giving it?
I think I'm gonna give it a 9.
9?
I think a 9's solid.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I gave the other seasons, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, but you really like this one.
I really like this season. Overall, it was just gradually got better. I mean.